Well, bakers, prepare to have your mind blown because I'm going to show you how to make the most awesome cobbler with just 3 ingredients. And the recipe is so delicious. It is a huge one on my website, and I thought I have to make a recipe to show you all how to make it. So my secret ingredient is good quality cake mix. This is going to be the topping for our cobbler. I like to get mine at Whole Foods. You can get lots of different varieties of cake mix. As long as it's like a classic yellow cake, you're all good. I will say quality does matter. A second ingredient, frozen blueberries. They don't have to be fresh even. Frozen is actually much better because they're always picked in peak season and flash frozen. So you get all the nutrients, you get the best flavor, you get the best quality out of frozen fruit. And it is cheaper than fresh fruit. So go to the freezer aisle, get yourself a big old bag of blueberries because you're going to be making this recipe a lot. Last but not least, our favorite around here, butter. You just need a stick of butter. That's all you need. Those 3 ingredients. You probably already have these to hand, and if you do, then go grab them because we're about to make the most delicious dessert you ever had. So here I have a nice 2-liter dish. It's around 10 inches. And I have all my frozen blueberries. And yes, you want them to go frozen into the oven. You don't want them to be defrosted. That's a lot of blueberries, but this is going to feed a lot of people. Now, for our topping, we're going to empty the bag of cake mix into a nice big bowl. Then we are going to take our butter and then pop this into the microwave to melt it. So with your melted butter, just pour it over your cake mix. And then I like to do this with a fork. Just combine it all together. And you'll notice that the cake mix starts to clump, gets kind of lumpy, just the way a cobbler topping would, just like that. I love to see the big lumps there. Once all the flour has been hydrated, just like that, look at those big, nuggety, yummy, buttery morsels of cake. You know this is going to taste good. And then we're going to pour it over the blueberries. So now you're probably wondering, like, Gemma, does the blueberries need any sugar, any like corn flour, some things that we usually do in a cobbler? And I've made this a few times now and they just don't. There's enough sweetness in the cake mix that goes down into the berries. And also, the cake thickens up the juices that comes from the blueberries. The cake also has its own kind of flavor. I think there's a little bit of vanilla in there. So, you know, you really don't need to add any sugar or anything to the blueberries. I will say don't use wild blueberries because they're smaller and tend to be a little bit different. And definitely when you're buying the fruit, check that there's no added sugar because you don't want any added sugar in your blueberries. Gorgeous, look at that. Instant dessert. What was that, like 5 minutes? That's all it took. That's it. I've nothing more to say. I'm going to put it onto this tray lined with some foil just for insurance. If you've ever had a pie or a crisp or a crumble flow down at the bottom of your oven, that's not a fun time. So just put it on a tray in case any of the juices bubble out. Bake your cobbler off at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius for roughly 50 to 60 minutes. It does need some time to get lovely golden brown on top and for those blueberries to really pop. Once you see this coming out of the oven, instantly you know it's going to be good. It is a beautiful golden brown on top and you can see those blueberries have burst underneath. It smells amazing and it looks like such a rustic, easy dessert. With this recipe, remember, cobblers are not just for the chilly months. For the summertime, these blueberries will really shine and you can use any fruit you want. I don't have a lot of patience when it comes to desserts that I truly love. So when this comes hot from the oven, I always serve myself a nice big bowl. And of course, I have to accompany it with a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. Everything in this bowl is my kind of comfort food. This dessert is a fantastic summer dessert because it's just a few ingredients, it's easy to pull together, and it's made with seasonal berries. I mean, what could be better? It's light, it's sweet, and it goes great with some cold ice cream on top. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I did. Stick around if you'd like to see me make other desserts with just a few ingredients needed. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here again really soon.